Do you have a strict solo matchmaking on? That is very important. You should have that on if you're queuing for ranked solo. Okay, strict solo matchmaking, not strict matchmaking. Oh. That makes you only get matched with other solo players rather than solo players and parties.
Dire team pick. Your
Okay.
turn to ban.
Alright, welcome to the video game of Dota 2. We're gonna be watching a match at average, what I believe is Crusader rank. Our friend is picking the Skywrath Mage. First pick, not too bad, pretty strong hero, even when you're picking it first. There isn't really that much you can do about the burst. You could pick like tanky heroes so you don't get bursted down, but other than that, there isn't like you know, a whole lot you can really do about getting silenced and just killed from 100% HP to 0. There is a Vengeful Spirit. Let's just wait for the picks. I don't think there's much to mention here at this point. Huskar. Well, I don't think this hero on its own is like extremely strong, and they do have an arsenal which is like a natural enemy of Huskar. Like it basically dumpster Huskar for the most part. But however, there is some potential in there is some potential in possibly creating a massive tempo advantage on the Dire team side from the Skywrath Mage, who is an early game tempo hero, who also scales pretty well into mid game, just falls off at the late game. And they do have a Huskar, which is also a lane dominator, very good at very good at applying a lot of pressure to whichever lane he is in. At this MMR, I would expect them to not really swap, heroes, like swap lanes, so that the Huskar is only applying pressure to like some shit hero on their team, or that the Huskar just lanes against Ursa and gets run down with like a stun from Ogre Magi. Troll. Oh wow. this is gonna be one hell of a game, you guys. Well, we have all kinds of stuff. We have a Meepo, we have 3 melee cars basically on one team, and we do have a Troll, Warlord, and Huskar, which are mutually don't really do anything. They don't really combo well together. Well, I'm eager to see the Crusader rank Meepo. Maybe it's gonna perform well in this game. Meepo is a hero that's famous. It's got a reputation of being a very difficult hero. I think it's one of the easiest micro heroes. Roughly Lone Druid level.
It's in the bag.
So maybe this player will actually know how to play the hero. His build isn't terrible, but well, we'll see. Alright, so let's see what's happening. What else is happening here? Mirana seems like a support Mirana, doesn't really have regen, can be harassed out of lane really easily. If you're gonna go for that, I would rather start with clarities, so you can actually throw arrows around. You start with leap, which means that you actually just decided to lose your lane wherever you go and not actually be able to farm the jungle. Fantastic decision from the Mirana. I don't think this could have been done any better. The Jew on Arsa, contesting the rune. He doesn't even realize that the Mirana has got no threat over his character, because she doesn't have damage, because she's only got 54 damage and she doesn't have any spells which deal damage.
The battle begins.
Alright, yeah, so it seems like the Arsa is gonna be claiming the rune. He traded some of his HP, but it's only 100 HP, so it's not the end of the world. What I see happening here, what I see being beneficial to the Arsa player here, and the Ogre Magi player, is buying a stick, so that they can accumulate some stacks or charges from Skywrath Mage, who will be casting a lot of arcane bolts. Wrong target. Don't ever cast things on Ogre Magi. Don't try to zone out an Ogre Magi. He's got no threat. He's not a threat because he's a melee hero and you're both ranged. He's also bought Orb of Venom, which he's not going to be able to utilize because he needs to get in melee range first. He did actually buy a stick though, which is fantastic. So as you can see, that Ogre Magic cannot really walk up to you, so he will not. He's basically like put 300 gold into trash. This is 275 gold, I believe. Good thing to do here would be to harass the Ursa, because this is the hero that wants to get farm, and he should be harassed away from the creeps. And he's also got only 2.3 HP regen per second, while the Ogre's got, well, I mean, he does have a Tango right now, but he's got basic base 7 point something, sorry, 6 point something HP regen. We'll see in a second. Oh, he keeps eating Tango, but we can calculate it, I guess. 6.7. Alright. Demerana, I don't know. Well, this is very. Oh, okay. I think she's dead. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, she's fucking dead. There's no way she survives here. That's what you get for not getting, for not just farming and getting. I think she's gone, right?
Look what I dug up!
Ring of protection. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Interesting lane. Alright, she's disconnected, I guess. Is this an abandon? So we have a troll in the off lane. Getting dumpstered. We have a Vengeful Spirit with a Blightstone. This is actually something that I would like to do. I wouldn't really mind having a Blightstone in a lane like this with heavy physical harass. The game has been paused, so we get some time to look into other lanes, such as the Meepo lane. This is very interesting. Double Rave Band, Tango, Healing Salve. Miranda is back, you guys. We're okay. Fantastic. Let's look at the last hits. Meepo 10, Huskar 6. Surprising. I think I still expect the Huskar. What?
I won't forget this.
Why? This has got to be next level, you guys, so I don't know. I am expecting the Huskar to completely dominate the Meepo, because Meepo still like doesn't really threaten the Huskar too much. Why is this happening? About the Ursa, at this point, he's got boots of speed. Okay, so what is happening with the Skyrev? Okay. Clarity, Mango, Tango. Right, so some aggression, good. This is good. Mirana is retarded. That's 100% on Mirana. For being brain damaged. This was 100% on Mirana for don't ever use this particularly early into the game to engage enemies. Unless you're 100% sure, it's guaranteed that you actually get a kill, and if you don't use it, you don't. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is most probably your the spell that you want to max last, by the way, Max. Alright, so what else do we have happening here? Paj is AFK.
Gold
And he's DC'd. Is everyone... What's happening here? Okay. Well... Okay. That's the thing. Huskar rushing these power treads, I guess. Interesting. I'm not sure how people build Huskar these days. Maybe that's actually the play. 1 point into Berserker's Blood and still max Burning Spears. Alright, let's look here in the top lane. There's not much happening. Mirana rushing a Ring of Aquila, not turning it off. A nice thing to do with Mirana, because I am also a very qualified Mirana player, is to every now and then use your arrows to farm something, which she doesn't have. It's interesting that she does not have the arrow for some reason, but well, I think this is like a thing with like a player being extremely scared about losing, about dying, so that's why she went with Leap first, so she doesn't get dumpster. Nice bait. You don't have mana, but okay. Looky here. Ursa, pretty classic. Going for an early Morbid Mask for that, you know, Roshan and sustain in the jungle. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay. Well, he is actually successful in this gank. I don't know how that ever happens, but I guess okay. Well, the Huskar is getting dominated by a roaming Ursa, assisting a Meepo. Let's look at the anti-mage. I don't like this hero in general, and good thing it's dead. Funny thing about anti-mage in this game is that I don't know what's the exact purpose of having a hero like this in a lineup like this. I think this was the third pick. I'm not sure. Like, you have a very a team that's very active on the map. All of them, except for Ogre. Ogre is like a little bit more adaptive, I would say. However, Ursa, these three heroes control the map, and I don't think this hero like will find the place to be with all these heroes present on his team. So it's either that this guy actually starts doing his thing, which is like the only viable gameplay for anti-mage, being split pushing the entire game, just jumping from lane to lane, getting a lot of gold, and then becoming very strong through that while applying constant pressure. And then he renders, so he either does that and he renders one of his teammates useless, or he is useless and one of his teammates actually does their job. So it's hard. Okay, how about this word? I don't see why this word is here. What the funniest thing about this word is that it's on the Dire team, and I'm not sure what kind of information they're gaining from this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is this supposed to be an early defense mechanism for their jungle? Certainly not an aggressive ward. Nobody's gonna ever be going through here, so well, too bad. Not a very smart word. It's usually when you're a low skill player, again, you most probably, regardless of everything, I know that people like say that these spots are bad, but if you're new to the game, if you're struggling to improve, you should still use these spots for both aggressive and defensive wards. Like maybe not this one. This one isn't like, you have to still you still have to think when you're playing. But placing a ward here, or rather here, gives you aggressive vision on this area. If someone's farming the jungle, you can gank them. Maybe placing a ward here might be good so that you can see the entrance to your jungle if someone's ganking you, but they're not really you're not really farming jungle in this case, so why even bother?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As for the Mirana, there isn't anything extremely exciting happening in her lane. What she could be doing all the time, and what I would urge anyone to do, is to clear the wave. If you have the mana, if you have like a bunch of clarities, you can just nuke down the wave, storm it, push it into the tower, walk in here, arrow the big creep, kill the small creeps, come back to the lane, and just be very efficient about farming at a very low. Oh wow, Pudge is out, you guys. So I am guessing, you never know with these games. You never know with the Crusader games. So this game is still open. Okay, this could still go both ways. If I was to guess, I would say the Radiant team is actually gonna win, even without the purple player. I'm getting messages from some sack of shit. Okay. Okay. So yeah, why I'm guessing that. Alright, I'm gonna fucking sorry about this. I'm just gonna fix it real quick because fuck people. There we go. D&D mode, or yeah, D&D, I guess. Do not disturb. All right. So Interesting. I mean, that's fine, I guess. That's interesting. Where's the second meepo though? It's in the base, okay. Not okay. Well, maybe the meepo's like meepo's like an Archon Smurf or something. It is possible. It is, yeah, it is an Archon player. What?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So the meepo is an Archon player and is playing with a bunch of Crusaders. There's not that much of a skill gap, to be honest, but still interesting. A smoke gun coming from Venge. She's sexually assaulted the anti-mage. The anti-mage is not having a fun time. He's not having a good time in this game. Barely sitting on brown boots and a ring of health. Absolutely disgusting, being completely outlaned, outskilled, outmaneuvered by the Troll Warlord with a with a Vladimir suffering. And a Vengeful Spirit with a Medallion of Courage. This build is fine, by the way, guys. If there's like any concern here, this build is absolutely should work. The Vladimir suffering, not so good, pretty bad.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not really much benefit here. The patch seems to be back. He is currently only sitting on a town portal scroll, but it seems like the game will be going the Radiant's way, despite the early abandon. We need wards. In fact, there are no wards on Radiant's side.
Middle tower has been denied.
So they might be in a dire need of wards. Well, Patch making a huge play, however, actually it will be successful. The Arsa is gonna be getting the kill. The Venge is in trouble. She's running away, but she's gonna get run down by the Ursa. Huskar trying to make the best out of it, but Ursa will be going down the... fuck. There's too much shit happening to you guys. I cannot... Okay, this was a mess. Let's see what happened here. The entire... basically what happened is the entire Dire team more or less died to the Meepo. That's actually what happened. Meepo is just too strong of a hero. That's what I'm saying. The skill required to be microing a Meepo isn't like proportional to how strong this hero is at like level 11. And he's actually level 17, 15 minutes into the game. Interesting. This is a revenge engagement. Everyone is dying on the raiding team. The Ogre will be going down. Meepo is not present there. Their strongest hero isn't present there to help them. He is getting the Hex. Mirana, more or less useless. I don't know why this is an item according to Mirana. Don't see much purpose in getting a Desolator here. However, you know, right. Pudge is slowly making his recovery after abandoning the match. There will soon be a rod of Aegis.
Dire's courier has been killed.
On the Skywrath Mage. Well, I was saying earlier that there's like no real, no really strong Skywrath Mage counters, but I guess Meepo is actually a great hero against it just because he can split the damage between Meepos. So it certainly defeats the purpose of Skywrath Mage being a hero in this game. He does have a side of Vice now.
Roshan has
The Jew will be scoring an Aegis, pronounced as Aegis. Let's look at the Meepo. What's happening here? The Meepo is a next level player. He is much better than all these other players. Huskar will be going down. This is just very unfortunate for the Huskar. Because Huskar is just not a hero that deals well with heroes like Meepo or Ursa. Just raw physical damage, a lot of damage over a short period of time. Just too strong for the Huskar.
The world is
Venge will be going down. I think that this Venge is just unjustly put in here. She had a good idea of what she wanted to do. She was very aggressive early, shutting down this anti-mage completely. He's only got his Battle Fury now. Amazing. Well, the Meepo is just decimating their team. There's not much more to be said at this moment. Perhaps there is still place for some recovery to be made by the Dire team, or maybe not. Maybe the game is just fucking over.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, it's just sad.
Dire's middle tower
Sometimes you
is
just
under
have to lose to a team which had a player AFK for most of the match, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
almost a kill on the anti-mage. The problem in this game is, even if the Dire team actually does turn it around, do they really still have a chance at winning this game? If anti-mage gets proportionally stronger over time, over next 5 to 10 minutes, do they still have a chance
Dire's middle tower
with Skywrath, Mirana kind of heroes?
gold and
I don't think so. I doubt it.
haste.
Troll Warlord will absolutely be doing nothing in this game. Actually, the only thing that Troll Warlord should be doing at this point is just buying a BKB and hitting towers. He I don't know why he's got Vlads. I don't understand what his idea was, but well. Look here. MKB, alright. Here's the thing. That's again, I mean, I've been saying today that MKB is not that bad of an item anymore, but it's still not great. There are better items you can get on Ursa. The purpose of an Ursa hero is to stay on target. You blink onto someone, you start smacking him in the face, and you want him to stay there so that he dies. It's all you want to do on Ursa. There's a bunch of things you can do so that people don't stop you from going on at them. And it really depends on what heroes they have, but a basher, BKB, a nullifier is a bunch of good suggestions for the hero.
Are scanning.
I mean, eventually an Abyssal Blade, even a Hex. What's happening here? Oh boy, the Radiant team is throwing. They're throwing big time, but Meepo is here to assist his team. But I have a bad feeling about this. Never mind. The Meepo is just too big of a wall for the Dire team to really get past. There is just no way that the Dire team can kill a Meepo and then even consider killing an Ursa, and possibly in the future consider killing an Anti-Mage. They just do not have resources to accomplish such a feat.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The only thing I see this game, oh boy, yeah, this seems fairly over. The only thing I can see
Dire's structures are fortified.
Dire team doing, and maybe having a chance at this game, would be to buy items that let them push towers really quick and just buying BKB so they can run away. That's mostly it. And then just buying themselves some time and getting objectives. And counting on the Radiant team making a lot of mistakes, basically. A lot of mistakes. This is yet another case of terrible BKB purchases kind of thing. I mean, I was saying that he should be buying a BKB, but I meant in terms of like when you actually have damage. Well, the Meepo is just too strong. I don't know why Meepo E-bladed this Meepo.
It's kind of cozy down there.
Shadows take us.
I'm not sure if it seems to people like Desolator is such a strong item. I mean, it's not bad, but what is this? Oh, this is still... He's still going strong with the Stout Shield. Absolutely amazing. Well, I think this is slowly coming to an end, this whole game. So I think it's time to... I think it's time to find comedic slash educational value in this, which is you have to dumpster heroes as Skyrev Mage. You don't harass an Ogre in the lane. Not harass the Ogre in the lane. It's okay to leave your lane. It's okay to do something else. Max your damage spell. Not the slow spell. It doesn't really make much sense to be maxing the slow spell when it's strong enough. Well, this didn't go so well. However, I'll just upload this for joke.